Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to continue showing you how to get started with 360 and set up the application using the application settings folder. This is the last video in the series, so if you haven't done so already, let's go to our application settings folder by clicking the icon in the top left. And we're going to talk a little bit about this bottom item, which is group job types. In the last one, we talked about the permissions that govern the entire application on a per user basis. And in this case, we're going to talk about the ways that the different users interact with the system. So if you remember, I told you there was 3 different user types. There's an administrator, a journeyman, and an apprentice. But as we find, sometimes there's people that are a little bit of both. In a lot of companies, maybe you're a small outfit and you're the owner, but you're also a field worker, so you're billable. So in this case, you're actually 2 people in the system. You're an administrator and you're a field worker. So what we've done is created the capacity for you to kind of toggle between and be one or the other. This is the area in the application that defines what type of company you are. So when you're setting this up, it's important to visit this section and get it set up accordingly as the way you're going to work. If you're going to have people that work in the office and in the field, then you want to come down here. And I will show you. Administrators, it shows here account rep and in field. So if I'm both, I'm going to set up to be an account rep, and I'm also going to set up to be in the field here. I'm going to save that. Now, by selecting both of these, what that means is that viewer now can look at the office view of 360, but they can also switch, and I will show you where that is, to look at the field view, which is a much more simplified version of the application. But most importantly, it allows them to kind of work as 2 different people. They can be in the office and have access to the entire system. They can be in the field and have it simplified and be able to track work and labor and materials against jobs. So you can apply that formula to all 3 user types. I'm going to do this for administrators and journeymen. Say that a journeyman can actually, perhaps your lead worker can actually do quotes and can also act as an account rep in the field. And they also have access, of course, as a billable worker. So I'm going to set that up here. Very rarely will you have an apprentice that is managing all of that, but the same can be done here. It would be the same step that I show, where you just select them and then give them the appropriate permissions. So as it is, this is where this is controlled. This is an important part of the application, again, because you're allowing the people that do work to kind of maintain 2 different identities and work efficiently and effectively from whatever location they are. So you'll want to make sure, if you have this kind of flexibility in your company, that you set up these user types to be able to be in an account manager or account rep and also in field. Okay, so that's pretty much goes through the entire setup portion. As always, please call us or email us if we can provide additional assistance and support. We want to make sure you get everything that you need to comfortably start using the application. This particular setup process is important because the work that you do here is going to carry forward, starting with all the historical records in the application that we start building. So it's good to take a moment, really flesh this out, give you a good understanding of how to set up 360. Again, call us if you need help. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you soon.